With the water warming up on the main rivers, I decided to head deep into the mountains in search of some cooler temps. And when I was finally able to work my way into the creek, I could tell there should be fish, but I couldn't quite figure them out. And then I made one simple switch and realized they were in just about every hole. Welcome to Fit Day Fly Fishing. I'll see you out there.
Oh, there's a fish. Good one too. Did I foul hook this guy or something? What's going on? Nope, I got him. Where is he? Well, can't see him. Decent trout. That's a very good way to start it. Thought I foul hooked him. It felt really, really heavy, but I don't know. He's just fighting. And you can't go wrong with woolly buggers. You just really can't. It's got that big old orange bead on it. Look at that one. Just us char right there. I don't know. Oh, see you, bud. It's deep right here, I promise. It's about 2 feet deep. So, whoops. That was a perfect way to start the morning right there. About a 14 or so inch rainbow. Just right before I head up into the Brook Trout stream, I wanted to hit up the main river while it was still really cool. Because this time of year, once daylight hits, once the sun hits the water, it's pretty much over. But those Brook Trout streams will still be going pretty much all day. Okay, the creek's coming up. Did a little bit of bushwhacking on the way down here. It is absolutely stacked with these rhododendrons. I mean, you can see how thick this is. Just trying to get to this little stream that I don't think anybody really fishes. So give me a second, we're gonna pop in there. Okay, here we go. Oh, goodness. Oh, that was a fish. Already, dude, that's a good sign. You hit on the nymph. I'm running a dry dropper. Getting a bite out of the first hole. It's always good. Just keep moving. We got quite a bit of water to cover. There's a bunch of deep pools in this stuff. I actually expected it to be a little bit smaller. Can't get a good cast. There we go. Oh, no way. Something's got to take it eventually. One hit at the dry, he hit it again. There we go. Little bitty dude, that's okay. Come on, bud. Now, here we go. Look at this little dude. Beautiful little fish. Oh, see you, buddy. All right, that's a good way to start it. Not giant, but there are fish in here. And you can tell, just being back here, nobody fishes this stuff. Nobody. It is bushwhacking. I mean, look at this. Look at the kind of stuff we're going to be getting into. It's going to be tough, but hopefully it's worth it. Oh, golly. Dude, this is wild. Get out of there. So I got a ways to go. I'm going to be fishing through these pockets pretty quick. Oh, there's one. Oh, goodness. I'll flung him to the moon. Come here, bud. This guy hit on the net. Beautiful little brookie there. Sweet. I'll take that. There's not really many better feelings than, you know, trying out a new little creek and catching some brook trout. Especially crazy stuff like this. I mean, look at this. Nobody is going to be out here. You know, if anybody finds this creek or anybody fishes this, it's very few and far between. And I'm just going to keep on moving up. It's the name of the game. I got about a mile to cover today, maybe a little less, but it's gonna take me moving.
Before I continue, I want to quickly thank Trout Routes for sponsoring this video. I've been using Trout Routes for years, and in just a second, I'm going to show you how to get a free 3-month trial of Trout Routes Pro. For this trip in particular, I used a feature that I find extremely helpful. I was able to use the app to get a measurement of the section of river that I was planning on fishing, which gave me a pretty good idea of how long it might take to work through it. And along with that, Trout Routes Pro also allows me to easily review stream ratings, find public access points, and review any special regulations. It's easily the most useful resource I've found for gathering information information on trout streams. And one of my favorite features is that I can download entire regions ahead of time. So even when I'm out on the water with zero service, I can still pull up the map, look over the area, and make a quick adjustment to my plan if needed. If you want to give Trout Routes Pro a try, use my link in the description or scan the QR code on screen to get a free 3-month trial.
Now, why I know there's fish in there, why would they not be looking up? Dude, these holes look so good. What is happening? Oh my, look at this. This is really, really deep. Definitely didn't expect to find anything like this. I think I'm gonna cheat. I'm not sure exactly why these trout aren't hitting the way that I think they would. I mean, looking at this spot here, you can see there's definitely gonna be fish in that, just based on what we've experienced so far. You know, there's been quite a few smaller fish. I've seen maybe an 8-incher, but I know there's fish in that, so I'm gonna nymph it. So just watch how easy this is. I've actually done a video on this before, but if you want to nymph, like really nymph, not just, you know, nymph with the weighted line, just put on a really long Euro leader. So I'm taking off this little short monofilament leader here, jam it in there, and then I have this just left over. I don't really care anything about it. I think it's a 20-foot Euro leader. We'll see if I can get this untangled, and then I'm just gonna put it on there. Okay, I've rigged up just for straight nymphing because I think what's going on is this water is a little warm. It's 63, which is actually pretty crazy warm for up here, up this high. So I'm wondering if they're just down deep. So I'm going to be doing some nymphing with a 3-weight. We'll find out. I really want to get on this side and nymph that in the middle there. Yeah, I've been getting some action, just not a whole lot, really. I would expect more out of the bigger holes like this, so I'm wondering if they're just laying way down deep. Oh, there's a fish right there. That's a decent one. Oh my goodness. This is the biggest brook trout I've ever caught. This is the biggest brook trout I've ever caught. Come here, buddy. Yes! That is a good brook trout. Look, they're just down deep like that. That's crazy. I chunked a dry fly at that thing for 3 or 4 minutes. This is, I think, the biggest wild brook trout I've ever caught. Look at this dude. They're just down deep, man. They're just down deep. That is a really good brook trout. I'm super happy with this. I bet there's bigger ones in here for sure. Look at that dude. Beautiful colors on him. See you, buddy. All right, let's do that again. There's one. Little, smaller dude. Definitely colored up. Yeah, that other one wasn't super colorful. I'm wondering if it was a female or something. I bet they're just everywhere down in there. Pretty little guy. Oh, by the way, for the gear I'm using, it's a 7.5-foot 3-weight. It's a Risen M419. It's a great dry fly rod, and I've chunked dry droppers with it plenty. And now it's a nymphing rod. Yeah, they must just be sitting on the bottom because it's just a little bit warmer. We're late summer at this point. There's a good one. That is wild. It's a decent one. I say that, it's about 5-6 inches. That's basically 3 casts in a row. Look how pretty. Look at those colors. Look at the orange on the fins. See you, buddy. Don't want to keep them out of the water too long. By the way, that's the #1 way that you can kill trout. It's actually not barbed or barbless hooks, and people can tear me up in the comments if they want, but I did research on that quite a bit, and the difference is negligible. I'm talking 0.1% difference in mortality between barbed and barbless. Now, if you get into obviously bigger hook sizes, I say size 8, or something like that, that's gonna rip up their mouth and that could potentially kill them. The reason that barbless is a lot better is because you can release the fish a lot faster. The #1 killer of trout is keeping them out of the water and stressed for too long. Let me hit it from this side. I really couldn't reach over here. Right below that big rock. There's one. Smaller, a little bit smaller. It's all right, we'll take that. It's crazy how just changing it up like that can work out sometimes. Look how pretty these guys are. Look at those colors. Crazy. It is so much fun finding new stuff like this just from looking at a map. But I'm gonna keep moving my way up here. I'm really confident in my setup now, which is a game changer for me. Goodness, look at that. Oh, he popped off. That was instant though. I wasn't even expecting that. I was still trying to get my footing. Yeah, I feel like I'm basically cheating, but it is what it is. Okay, I really didn't think that making that change would make that big of a difference because I've been running a dry dropper and it's been 50-50. I've got some on the nymph, some on the dry, but obviously a nymph down deep is what they're wanting. But I'm gonna just keep working my way up this and seeing how many I can get into, but probably a lot more. Look how crazy this stuff is too, my goodness. I mean, it's awesome. With all the plunge pools and everything, it's not very easy going. There we go. Little one, it's okay. We'll take it. Oh. Sort of what I'm expecting out of those smaller little holes here. So what I try to do for every trout is, first off, I have this rubber net, which I highly, highly recommend. Probably already flipped up. As I was talking, he slipped through the holes. That's funny. All I was gonna say about handling is I just try to keep them in the water, keep them in a rubber net. So if you don't have a rubber net, definitely get one of those because it's way, way better for the fish. And then just handle them very little. You know, I'll take a quick picture and then release them. I don't have them out of the water for too long. All right, here we go. This looks like a decent little pool up here. Oh, instant. Ah! I saw him. There's no way I get him again. No way. That was a decent one too. That one was probably 8 inches. This looks like a good spot. Dude, that was a fish. I think this guy will get it. Not super big, but still. See that? You see the way my rod twitched? There he is. Oh. Love it. Get him in the water real quick. It's a beautiful one. There you go, this little guy. Put him in there. Since we put on the nymphing rig, I think I've caught 7 and had a bite just about in every spot, every hole. There we go. Decent one there, actually. A little bit bigger at least. Look at that. All right, a little 5-incher. I'm gonna keep moving. Look at this. Oh my. We're getting into really tight stuff now, but I'm gonna keep going. It's gonna be tough right here, but I'm gonna give it a shot. That was one. Dude, I just had no way to set the hook. Absolutely no way. What was I supposed to do? Dadgum. That was another one. Ugh. All right, come on. I knew it. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, I don't want to set the hook like that because it's just going to get tangled. Dude, these gnats keep flying in my face. It's extremely annoying. And if you see me swatting at the camera, that's exactly what's going on. There we go. Got him in the net, actually, as he pops off. There you go. Oh, Brookie. See you, bud. All right, here we go. It's starting to flatten out a little bit, I think. I'm really wanting to get into just some slower, deeper runs, just like that one spot where we caught, what, 5 or 6? Oh, wow. Cool water feature coming up. There we go. Well, the net was messing up on me. No, smaller guy. But like I said, at least it means there's a healthy population of them. There he is. Another smaller little guy. All right, but we are coming up to a really cool set of, I don't know, falls, whatever. Probably gonna be a plunge pool below it, hopefully. Oh, I see one. I saw a bigger one coming after it for sure. There he is. Yes. It's a really good one. Oh. Yes. I don't know if it picked up on that other camera, but that's all right. This is a really good sized brookie. That is what I'm talking about. This might be bigger than the other one. Actually, I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Very happy with that. Nice. Look at this guy here. Look at that, man. That's a really good sized brook trout. See you, bud. Pumped about that. Yes, I thought I'd missed him. I saw him swing out it the first time and then he came back. Moving on, moving on. Look at this. What in the world? This thing is crazy looking. Look at this. All right, how am I gonna get around that? That's what I'm wondering. I don't think there is a way around it. I think there's a way over it. Okay, well, yeah, this is what we gotta do. Think there's any fish in that? That's crazy. All right, definitely getting later in the afternoon now, and I'm running out of time. I got 2 of the biggest wild brook trout I've ever caught in my life, so that feels really good. But I'm gonna keep working my way up this, see if I can get into a few more before I have to hop out. Look at that, that's crazy. How cool would it be to catch one right here? It actually sort of looks like there might be one sitting down here. That was one. I'm determined to get one of these dudes. There we go. Nice. Landed it too. Right underneath this set of falls. That is awesome. Oh, he popped off and then swam out through the net. All right, a couple more drifts. That'll do. There we go. That's a good one. Pressure applied. There we go. Oh, got it. Beautiful little trout. Just shot him. See you, buddy. There's probably a lot of them in there. That's pretty wild. So I'm gonna call it on that one. I don't know how many we ended up catching. I don't know, double digits. So just made that simple switch there. Went to nymphing because really they were just holding down deep. It's a little bit warmer, late summer, you know how it is. So that ended up working out. I really appreciate everybody sticking around to the end. This has been an amazing day. This is my favorite kind of adventuring right here. Finding little creeks that really nobody fishes and catching some brook trout. I mean, it can't get better than that. So thank you so much once again for sticking around to the end. I really appreciate everybody's support. If you don't mind leaving this video a like, and please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Those things are super helpful. But thank you so much once again, and I'll catch you next time. Bye. See ya.